Reconsideration versus reapplication after getting your refusal for any Canada visa application. This is the topic of today. Today we are going to discuss the difference between reconsideration and reapplication. Many people think that reconsideration is a replacement of reapplication, which is not, and there are many other myths regarding reconsideration as well. Many think that this is the ultimate way to get your visa. Many think that if you are going to get refusal of reconsideration, it is going to be counted as another refusal. Many think that it is going to harm your next application as well. So there are so many myths regarding reconsideration of your visa application, and I'm going to bust all those myths in this particular video. So to understand everything related to reconsideration and reapplication, watch this video till then. Hello everyone, welcome back to this YouTube channel Global Immigration. This is Tender Global. In this video, we are discussing about reconsideration or reapplication after getting a refusal for any Canada visa application, whether it is study visa, spouse open work permit, any extension application, PGWP, any application where you receive the refusal of your application, you can submit reconsideration request after that. And I am discussing many things related to reconsideration. What is reconsideration, how it impacts your next application, and how you can do your reconsideration as well. I am going to touch upon reapplication as well at the end. So watch this video till the end to understand all of these things. So first of all, how you can submit your reconsideration request. First of all, it is a reconsideration request. It is not an application. It is the reconsideration request of your previous application. Suppose you submit any Canada study visa application to IRCC and you get refusal of that application, which happens quite often these days, especially if you are submitting your application from India, especially from North India. Then there are so many refusals for all kind of applications, whether it is visitor visa, spouse open work permit, study visa application, any kind of applications. Indians are getting most number of refusals right now. So reconsideration becomes a tool actually to reopen your previous application. For example, if you submitted your Canada study visa application 1 and after submission of this application, you got the refusal. After getting the refusal of your application, the first step that can be taken is submission of reconsideration request of this previous application. So first of all, reconsideration request is not another application. This is just a request to IRCC, request to visa officer that you did not check all these facts clearly and you gave me a refusal, and please check my previous application, whatever application you have submitted, please check my previous application again and grant me visa. So whatever you want to add in your file, whatever you want to write in your file, you can do it. You can amend your SOP, you can amend your documentation, and you can submit a request to IRCC through a web form where you can submit your entire request, whatever you want to say to IRCC regarding your previous application, and that request will reach to IRCC through a web form. So you can submit a web form. If you search for IRCC web form on Google, you will find this type of window, and in this particular window, you can submit an appropriate web form for your reconsideration request. So that's how you can submit your reconsideration request. It is for your previous application which has been refused, and after that you submit this reconsideration request to IRCC. You should do it ideally in 1 to 3 days, not more than that. After that, your application is going to be closed permanently, and it's of no use to submit reconsideration request after a long time. Reopening of the application, reopening of your previous application, yes, it can happen anytime. It can take 1 day of time, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 1 week, 10 days, and I have seen applications getting opened after 2 months as well. So ideally, you should submit your reconsideration request really quickly. But how visa officer and IRCC is going to react on your reconsideration request is not certain. It can take any number of days, from 1 day to 2 months, any number of days. So we cannot be really sure that in so many days we are going to get the response of our reconsideration request. Usually I wait for 7 to 10 days and then proceed for the reapplication request. I don't wait for more than 7 to 10 days for reconsideration request to get the reply for it. Once you start filling your web form, in that case there are going to be many fields. I am not sharing the screenshot of all the fields, but it starts from your first name, last name, email ID, then it will ask you for date of birth, then application number, passport number, UID. So many details are going to be there. You need to submit all those details to complete your web form, and then there is going to be a field where you can write in 1500 letters. These are letters, not words. 1500 letters, and in 1500 letters you can write whatever you want to write here in this particular portion. Here you can submit your request, what you are saying, what you want to say to visa officer. Apart from that, you can attach a file as well. So you can choose a file, you can attach a file as well. The file size cannot be more than 2 MB, and you can attach 2 files. Maximum size of both the files cannot be more than 3.5 MBs. But usually the SOP is less than 4 MB. So you can, if the file size is more than 2 MB, then you can have 2 parts of this particular file. So one part can be 1.9 MB, another part possibly can be 1.5 MB. Total is going to become less than 3.5 MB, and that's how you can attach 2 files. And if the file size is less than 2 MB, in that case you can attach 1 file and submit your web form. That's how you can submit your web form. This is your reconsideration request. Once you submit that, if you want to attach more documents, I'm going to answer it in future slides as well. If you want to attach more documents and rewrite your SOP, yes, you can do it in your reconsideration request. There is no foundation on that. It's all up to visa officer, whether visa officer is going to consider it, not going to consider it. It's all the reaction of visa officer, and we can't decide anything in that. It is just a request. There is no harm in doing it, so we should do it. That's why I do it for all the applications where I get refusal. I submit a reconsideration request, wait for a few days, there is a cooling period, and then we proceed further and reapply for the case if we don't get a positive response after submission of reconsideration request. There are few questions: in how many days I will get the reply of reconsideration? There is no fixed period for that. In some cases, we get the file reopened in 1 day, or get a response from IRCC that we are not going to reopen your file. It's closed. It's over. Okay, fine. It's not a problem. And we have seen cases where we reapplied for the case, but visa officer somehow after 2 months reopened the previous file for which we submitted reconsideration request, reopened that file. So we submitted one file, application 1. And after getting refusal, we submitted a reconsideration request. And after many days, we did not hear anything from IRCC. And we applied for that study visa application again, and that became application 2. And after 2 months, visa officer suddenly reopened the previous file, gave result for this file, gave visa for this file, and withdrawal of this particular file automatically, second file. So we got the refund of application fee for the second file, and first file got the visa. So it also happens. So we have seen different type of cases here, but usually I consider 7 to 10 days of period is good enough to wait for the reply from IRCC. In some cases, there is a positive reply. In some cases, means this type of cases are less. In some cases, you can still say some cases there is a positive reply. In many cases, there is a negative reply. In some cases, there is no reply at all. So, but you can consider that 7 to 10 days of period is good enough to wait for getting a reply after reconsideration submission. So this is a recent case of Gagandeep Reti. It is a visitor visa case of someone. It's not like direct relative. Indirect relative is going to go for a reason in Canada. So Gagandeep got his refusal. We submitted a reconsideration request, and within 2 days, Gagandeep got his visa. So it is possible, but I still consider the acceptance rate is less than 5%. But who knows? You may be the lucky one, and you can get the positive response. So there is no harm in submission. Even if it is less than 1%, even if it is 1%, that 1 out of 100 get visa after submission of reconsideration request. So even if it is 1%, there is no harm in submission of reconsideration request. It's just a request to visa officer. If visa officer doesn't accept it, it's fine. It's not a problem. So don't worry about it. Go ahead and submit your reconsideration request. We always do it for all of our cases, especially right now when refusal rate is all-time high for Indians who are applying for Canada. So this is one tool we try to check our luck if we get visa for any case. So this is one of the examples. Recently we got visa for Gagandeep. In this scenario, Gagandeep got visa after reconsideration submission, and we did not submit any another application, second application. Previous application got opened and he got visa as well. What are the chances of getting positive result after reconsideration request? I have already shared with you. Usually it is less than 5%. Still proceed further for it. We don't consider that each and every application is going to be reopened and we are going to get positive response. I don't really think when I am submitting the reconsideration request. I just do it as my duty of trying. This is the best what is there in my hand as a consultant. So whenever we get a refusal, we just want to try everything to get visas for all of our clients, and this is one of the tools which I use. I myself got my PhD study visa through reconsideration only. So that's how I learned about it. I am using it since 2019. So I did not know anything about it. I was not a person of this industry. When I applied for my own visa application, I submitted a web form, I submitted email as well, I sent an email as well, and I was like really furious that how you can reject a study visa application for a person who is going for a PhD. So I was really furious, and I just wrote whatever was there. The email is still with me. I sent it to IRCC, I submitted a web form as well. And when I was really ready, I was getting ready. I got the refusal, I guess, on 3rd of December 2019. And then on 5th, I sent an email and web form as well to IRCC. And when I was getting ready for my second application through someone else, and during the preparation of the documents, when I opened to check what is the application number to download a few documents, I saw the PPR, passport request. So it was quite an amazing moment for me, and it happened on 12th of December. So after the submission of web form, within 7 days, my file got reopened and I got PPR as well. So yes, it is possible, it happens. So it can happen with you as well. So there is no harm in trying. So I learned it by doing it for myself, and it's a good tool. Why not to try it? We have seen it in other applications as well, especially when the application is of higher level. If someone is going for PhD, if someone is going for MS by research, in this type of application, if visa officer did not even check the documents and refuse without even checking the documents, without even checking the complete visa application, it happens quite often in Canada. So there are random refusals in Canada without even checking anything because they don't want to give visas. It is a target-based industry. They want to diversify. They don't want to give visas to Indians, and they want to give more visas to people who are outside India or who are not Indians. So in that case, they are going to increase the bar. They are going to increase the number of refusals. That happens. And it happens in for all the countries. USA also does it in many times. If you go for USA interview, they just see it, okay, you are coming, and you just sit, and within 8-10 seconds, they just say no. So when they are not in the position of giving you visa, just going to refuse. Same happens in Canada as well. We have seen random refusals in Canada. And after the resubmission of many applications, we see that the same application, same program, same university, same SOP, same documentation get you visa after 8 refusals. So what was the problem in previous 8 applications? So we have seen it in past as well. Same thing can be repeated now as well. People who are going to stick, it happened in 2022 as well. That time as well, refusal rate was on higher side. 2023 was really great. Most people got visas in 2023. Acceptance rate was more than 80% that time. If the application is good, most people got visas during that period. But before that, we have seen people getting refusals for a simple file as well. So yes, people do get refusals, but if you are going to stick, you are going to get visa as well. So yes, Canada gives random refusals, and if your file is good, if it is right, you should always go ahead and submit reconsideration and reapplication as well. Both things should be open for that. So what are the chances? So even if it is 1%, even if it is 0.1%, what's the harm in submission of a web form? There is no harm in that. So that's why you should do it. It does not impact your next application, so no need to worry about it. What are the alternative methods for reconsideration? You can submit an email as well. Web form is also kind of an email. So it will go to visa officer, it will reach to your relevant office. So no need to worry about it. So email is also a similar way, but usually I have seen recently emails don't really get responses, and sometimes emails are blocked as well. So, but anyway, again, you should not mind submitting an email as well. I am not doing it. It's too much of work to be done if we need to submit an email as well. Draft of email is separate from web form. So we need to draft. So it's a lot of effort. So I just rely on the web form, and it is through web form. If it is done, it's fine. I am not sending emails right now. But yes, it is an alternative. If someone wants to do even further efforts, you can send an email to embassy as well. It's not a problem. Next question is, if it is a negative or no result of reconsideration, will it impact the next application? The answer is no. No need to worry about your next application. This is just a request to reopen your previous application. That's it. To reassess your previous application. That's it. If visa officer doesn't want to consider it, okay, that's fine. It's not a problem. So it is not going to impact your next application, and it is not considered as a refusal as well. Can we reapply while waiting for the reconsideration request? Yes. If you are not getting a response after 5, 7, 10 days, or even after 2 days, you just want to proceed and reapply, no need to think much about the reconsideration. I have already shared one example with you. where we received the result of reconsideration after 2 months. If visa officer is positive about something, visa officer can reopen it after 2 months as well. We need not to worry about it. And there will be a withdrawal of second application in that case. So it can also happen. So in that case, so answer for this is yes, you can proceed. You can submit a reconsideration right now in this particular minute. And after half an hour, you think that I should reapply. Okay, proceed, reapply. It's not a problem. Both these applications, both these requests, reapplication is actually an application. Reconsideration request is just a request. So both these things can go in parallel. It's not a problem. You can have both these things going hand in hand. So yes, you can submit your reapplication anytime, whenever you want. So you can submit it now, reconsideration now. Next minute you think that, okay, I should submit reapplication as well. Go ahead and submit. No one is stopping you. Can I add more documents in reconsideration request? Yes. You can rewrite your SOP. You can attach more documents, or you can attach just the additional documents which you feel that those were not submitted and really important documents, and possibly the reason of refusal. Then you can possibly go ahead and submit only those documents, additional documents only, and you can just write the description about those documents. It's really up to you. How I do, I just write a reconsideration request. SOP, full SOP is also there. So reconsideration request, then complete SOP is there, and then all the documents are there which we attach with the application. So it's kind of a full scale SOP plus documentation thing which we submit to IRCC and ask them, see, everything is there, whatever you are looking for. So usually there are 3-4 things which visa officer try to look in an application. So one is a reason of travel, so that should be there, and documentation is also there. So in SOP and documentation, in both it should be there. So first is reason of travel. Second is your eligibility, whether you are eligible for that or not. If you are applying for study visa, then your learning ability is the part of it, where you submit your IELTS, PT score, those things. Then prospect of returning home. It is common in all the applications. Usually people miss on this particular part, which is quite important. So prospect of returning home, then financial ability. So these are the sections which are there. If you are submitting study visa application, then reason of travel is going to be why you are taking this particular study. If you are going on visitor visa, then why you are applying for this visitor visa application. If you are applying for spouse visa, why you are applying for spouse visa application. So what are applications you are doing? So everything has an attachment, which is the first thing is reason of that application. Then learning ability, if it is the part study visa, it is the part of it. Then prospect of returning home, then financial ability. So these are the sections you must have in your SOP, and it should be reflected in your documentation as well. It's not like you are writing, I have a property of 10 crore rupees in my home country, but there is no document attached to it. You are going to get refusal based on that as well. So recently I am submitting a file of Satish, I believe, and in the caps notes it is clearly mentioned caps notes not from India, caps notes from UAE, from Abu Dhabi. So there the caps notes are really good. So they actually check application and they are going to write really good caps notes. If you are applying from India, caps notes are going to be shit. Nothing is going to be there in the caps notes in that scenario. Refusal letters, anyway, those are generic refusals. From the refusal letter, don't try to get any inferences that this may be the reason of refusal, this may be, no. Refusal letters of Canada are shit. Nothing is there. In fact, if you are applying from India, then caps notes are also going to be shit. They are of no use. But if you are applying from other countries, especially UAE, you are going to see that in caps notes, refusal letter are of no use because all the reasons are going to be generic reasons. But in caps notes, you will be able to see that everything is mentioned quite clearly. So he sent me his caps notes for his previous application, which he did from UAE, and it is clearly mentioned. And in that, there is one section where it is clearly mentioned that you did not attach proper documentation for your net worth and for your property evaluation. You mentioned that you have so and so property, but there is no proof related to that. I was able to see that visa officer actually checked that that document is not attached. Property evaluation or sale deed of the property is not attached. You cannot claim anything in SOP which is not backed by the documentation. So if you are claiming that I have 10 lakh rupees in my account, so you should be having a statement to prove that as well. So if you are saying that I have 10 years of experience, there should be documents to prove that as well, said that I worked in this company, this is my experience letter, this is my experience letter. So all those documents must be there. If those documents are not there, whatever you are writing has no base, has no meaning. And many times visa officers want to see, and I have seen caps notes saying that I tried to check and validate your experience, but there are no experience documents, and I don't know from where to check your previous experience, because I don't have data, I don't have contact details, I don't have the details of the companies as well to check your previous experience. So there are no documents attached related to your past experience. I am unable to verify that. I am refusing you. So we have seen these things as well. So yes, these are extreme things. One kind of extreme is visa officer did not check anything, straight from outside without checking anything, refused the application. What is there in SOP, what is there in documentation, all got wasted. Okay, yes, those kind of extremes are also there. But this type of extremes are also there where visa officer tried to check your property evaluation report, tried to check your previous experience and did not find the documents, and that's why refused your application. So both type of extremes are there. You don't know what kind of visa officer you are going to get. So one kind of visa officer is there who is not checking anything, and just by maybe seeing your picture, just by seeing your profile in one line, giving you visa or refusal. That kind of visa officers are also there. But there are others as well who are going to check each and every document which is attached with the application, and you don't know what you are going to get. So give your best when you are submitting your visa application. Recently I am doing one case where a person is really adamant, I don't want to attach this type of documents, property evaluation report, I don't want to attach it, it's of no use. It's of use, because when visa officer wants to check it that you have 2 crore, 3 crore, 5 crore rupees of properties, then visa officer wants to check whether you have attached the property evaluation report or the sales deed. If it is not there, visa officer can refuse the application as well, and then will be seem foolish that got refusal just because of one missing document which can cost you 2, 3, 4,000 rupees. So that's why when you are submitting your application, always try to back it with proper documentation. Whatever documents we ask from you is not a waste, because we have seen people getting refusal because of 2, 3, 4,000 rupees. Just to reapply for a spouse open work permit application, you need to spend $255 just for a reapplication. And then delays are there, and then harassment is there. So many things are there which you don't consider, and you just want to save 2, 3, 4, 5,000 rupees. It's of no use. So you should always consider that you should attach the best documents, and don't try to save 2, 3, 4,000 rupees. You are spending a lot of money to reach to a new country. Just your air ticket can cost you 1 lakh rupees. So there are going to be scenarios where people are going to ask you for documents. Don't hesitate to provide those documents, and don't hesitate to spend this small money in your documentation. So we got diverted from the topic a little bit, but it was important. Can I add more documents in the reconsideration request? I have answered yes, you can attach more documents. If it adds value to your application, always go ahead and add more documents. Suggestion: be ready to reapply. Always people are really like, I'm going to get the positive result from reconsideration. Yes, you should be hopeful, but you should be ready for reapplication as well. Reconsideration is just a request. It is not a force. It is not an application. Check my application. You have to do it. No, it's not have to do it. It's just, I'm requesting you, please check my application again, previous application again. You might have missed something. Please check it again. It's just a request, and it is not an application. It is just a request. So be ready to reapply. If you don't get any response in 5, 7, 10 days, just proceed and reapply. It is the best case scenario. Reapplication after refusal, we have discussed many things related to that already. What changes while reapplication? So I usually don't want to change anything in the application. In most cases, I don't change anything. I attach a few updates which are related to if you have new funds available. So we attach more financial documents because it is an update. If you have new salary slips, we attach new salary slips. If the CA report is really old, then we update the CA report. These type of documents, but not much. So these are actually the updates in the financial documents. If you are going to see, these are also the new bank statement is available, or updated bank statement is available. There are new transactions in that. Previous balance is not maintained, or there is a positive update, negative update, whatever it is in financials, update is there. So liquid updates in the liquid funds, or new salary slips, or CA report, these are the financial documents which get updated, but we don't want to change anything apart from that. We don't require to change anything apart from that. You might have got a new job, that again be the part of the new application. So if any changes are there, updates are there, then we add them. Otherwise, I don't want to change anything in the application. If everything is perfect, so I consider 2 things are there. Means one is your SOP, and second is documentation. So SOP, whatever I write in the first application, I stay with that particular SOP. I don't change it in the new subsequent applications. Just the change of date is there. In the second application, when we get first refusal, after that, few things change in the first part, in the top section, where there is a request to reconsider and all those kind of things are there. But it's a small section. But major part of the SOP, which is 4 sections, those sections stay same. So there are 4 major parts in that. Let's take the example of study visa application. Why you are applying for this particular program and university, that is there. There are many subsections in that. Second is learning ability. Third is prospect of returning home. Fourth is financial ability. So I don't change these sections, and these are the broad SOP stay same. Whatever changes are there, those are there in top, not in the major part of SOP, but on the top few changes are there. So I don't change much in SOP. I don't change much in documentation. If there are any updates, yes, we do update those things in SOP and documentation, but usually most of the things stay same. So if everything is perfect, which I consider, don't change it. Nothing to change. You can just reapply whatever you want to request on top. Yes, you can add it. Otherwise, in reapplication, nothing much to change if everything was right. Otherwise, what kind of things that can be changed if previous application was not really good? What kind of things can be there which you would like to change? One is SOP. So if the previous SOP was not really good, you can improve it. Recently, I have seen visitor visa SOP of someone. It was really poorly written. Also, to find any information, it was really difficult. What kind of career this person has? He was a parent, visited my office, and he had a copy of printout of the SOP. So I was able to see it. So it was not readable at all. And if I, maybe the visa officer, may be refusing that application as well. So SOP is one part where I have seen people making mistakes and not writing it up to the level, up to the best level possible. Yes, prospect of returning home is majorly missing in the SOPs. So that is one section everyone would like to add. So SOP is one thing. If it is not really good, you can always amend that SOP part. Second is documentation. So documentation part is also there. If you missed documents, for example, the example of Satish, which I was sharing with you, Satish did not attach many documents which were missing in the previous application, and all of them were listed in the caps notes. So that can also happen. So if documents were missing in the previous application, because when I attach the documentation in most of the SOP, documents are of 100 pages on average. On average, it is 100 pages. In some cases, it is less, 50-60 pages as well. In some cases, it is more as well. But on average, 80 to 100 pages are there in study visa application especially. So if we are asking for the documents from you, it means it's of some use. That's why we are asking for it. Otherwise, asking for more documents, ask for more trouble, because we need to add those documents and carefully attach those documents in the file. And there is risk of missing documents as well if the number of documents are more. So it's a kind of hurdle on us in completing your application, but still we do it because we believe that these documents are important for your file. There are separate team members just for documentation. Rajat is there, Payal is there just to manage your documentation. And we are having specific team members for that. Reason is there. Otherwise, we don't want to add 100 pages in one file, and it takes a lot of time. Asking you for all those documents, collecting those documents, then managing those documents in the file, then writing what kind of document is what. All those things take a lot of time. We are doing it because it is important for the application. Otherwise, it is a toll on the company having to separate person just for documentation part. And then it takes a lot of time as well. And it delays the application as well in many cases. So these are important. So if anything is not attached in the previous application, you would always like to change it, amend it. Program and university, if you are going for study visa application, then program and university, always choose it correctly. If it is correct, then no need to change it. Otherwise, if you feel that no, this is not the best appropriate program, sometimes people think because they got refusal, then something is out and their program is not right, their university is not right, they should change it. Don't change things just for the sake of changing it and just because you got refusal. No. This is the biggest mistake you would be doing in your application. I have seen many applications in my past 5 years of history. I have seen many applications where earlier the person was on right stand. Program was right, university was right, going to a public college, going for a right kind of program. Just because student got refusal, he changed it. And when I asked, why did you change it? Because I got refusal. And took something which is even more off, not even in the line of study. Just took something just for the sake of changing. Don't change things. Even the consultants as well. Many people are there who come to me saying that we got refusal, we want to change our consultant. Okay, someone is coming to me, I'll be happy for that. I'll be happy to take care of case. I'm getting business and ultimately I am here to run my business. I feel happy for that. Okay, someone is trusting me after getting refusals. But sometimes I feel that program, the person took the right program, and I feel that university was also right. SOP and documentation, usually that is bit off. That is not there on the place. And sometimes SOP is not available, so I am not even able to judge whether the SOP is right or not. So sometimes these things were correct, these things are unknown to me. Still I proceed for the application because if someone is coming to me, I have to do it. But doesn't mean that if you get refusal, does not mean that you have to change, even the consultant as well. So refusal can happen due to random reasons. Just because that particular country is giving more refusals right now, you might have got the refusal. Yes, it can be a really random refusal as well, just because country does not want to give visa. That's it. Yes, this type of refusal also happen. So don't change anything just because you got refusal. So even in SOP things I share with you as well. I don't change anything in SOP. Recently Gunjan Malik got her visa and she came here. She is from Panipat. She came here. She read the entire SOP and she and her friend or her sister, I don't know. And they were like, everything is wrong in SOP. And I guess 7 days after the submission of application, I was in Dubai that time. 7 days after the submission of application, she got visa with the same SOP. So this is too long. This should not be there. That should not be there. How the position, target position can be CEO. So many things were there. Ultimately, we submitted what we wrote and what we had to submit. After having all the experience, we know that what we have to do. We submitted that and she got visa as well. I understand that when you get refusal, you are more kind of skeptical about things. You don't want to trust really quickly. I understand all those things. But after having a ton of experience, we know that what is right, what is not right. And after writing more than 3,000, 3,500 SOPs, I know that what works, what doesn't work. And the current form of SOP where I am right now, it was not built on the first day. For my own application, the SOP was not up to the mark. If I see it today, my own SOP for the visa application was not really good. It was just one page SOP, that's it. Even for Karan and Tamanna, first cases, for their SOP as well, it was just 1.5 page of SOP, that's it. And today, just the summary of the SOP is 1.5 page. So you can consider that my whole SOP was just equivalent to the summary which I write right now. And the total SOP is of 5 to 6 pages. So it was a journey to build that entire SOP. We know that what we are writing. We know that what works, what doesn't work, what kind of things visa officer look for. And I have read more than 150 caps notes, just the caps notes. And I have marked each and everything where visa officer is pointing, all the good caps notes, where visa officer is pointing, see, you made this mistake. Here, this is not going anywhere. This is not justifying anything. This is the problem with your prospect of returning home. So I have amended so many things, especially for people, Indians living in UAE. They get so many refusals and their caps notes are supreme level, top notch. And from their caps notes, I learned so many things. My entire SOP which I have right now is built on the caps notes which are written by the visa officers of Abu Dhabi. Because when they write caps notes, it has length first of all, and it has clarity of each and every line that, okay, that this visa officer checked all the documents and SOP and then gave you refusal. And everything is written in the caps notes as well. Not in the refusal letter, but in caps notes. So my entire SOP is built on the caps notes which are generated from Abu Dhabi. So I know what we are doing. So if everything is perfect, no need to change it. Your SOP, your documentation, program, university, nothing. Even if you are not getting visa, just stick. Canada demands that. So you can always come back and reapply. One thing which we can improve here is, rather than PT, you can go for IELTS test. IELTS has more probability of getting you visa rather than PT in current scenario. But if you are going for PT, target higher score, more than 70. There is no official data related to this. There is no guideline given by IRCC related to this. But seeing the previous application, we feel that PT students might be getting more refusals right now. And if the score is just at par 60, we are yet to see any visas after the removal of SDS. In SDS, 60 was the benchmark score. And yes, we have seen visas with 60 overall in PT. But after the removal of SDS, we haven't seen anyone getting, at least I haven't seen anyone getting visa with 60 PTE score. So you can improve on that. Rather than doing PT, if you are fresh in Canada study visa applications, go for IELTS academic, that's it, rather than going for PT or TOEFL. So IELTS is the best test, and do not score anything less than 6 in any module. So this is one thing which you can improve. But apart from that, no need to improve anything in your reapplication. So I guess I have covered everything. If you want to apply with me, you can ping me on my WhatsApp number. Both of them are with me, my colleagues. So you can apply with me for your visa applications. And in this particular month, many students are going to get their semester ends and their study is going to end in Canada. So if you want to apply for PG work permit, if you want to apply for SOWP extension, then I have made a really big dedicated video on that, 1.5 hours. And you can watch this particular video. Really important for you. If you are already in Canada, then this is the video. If someone is there who is going to complete the study in this particular month, in April 2025, in that case, this is a must watch video for you. You can watch it and you can proceed for your application with me. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Like, subscribe and share as much as possible. See you in next video.